Hey guys, what's up? So, today we have another Transformers Age of the Primes for you guys, and this time I have one of the Wave 2 figures of leader classes that I've been trying to get for about a year. And if you guys don't know about one of the figures from leader class, well, this is the one I've been actually trying to get the most. So the one I'm going to take a look over is this right here. The Transformers Age of the Primes Leader Class, the 13 Onyx Prime. Now, before we actually do continue on with this, I need you guys to do me a little bit of quick favors, so I'll be right back. Hey you, stop what you're doing. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and enjoy your day. So, I got this at a Walmart.com, and I'm gonna say this, paying it with disgusting price on that one, a total of $92. Yeah, that price was kind of ass. So yeah, the last time I actually saw this figure in person, it was my local GameStop next to the Walmart at Rowlett, next to the Honda dealership. I was originally planning about to get it, but unfortunately, I got screwed over by someone. So yeah. So anyways, Onyx Prime was actually one of the figures from Wave 2 for Leader Class, and I've been actually trying to get this for about a year, and I'm actually pretty excited to have this in my hand. So, here's what the package is going to look like right here. You can see Onyx Prime in his robot mode, and you can see the next one right here in his Centaur mode, and he's a triple changer. Yes, a Prime of the Beast, who isn't actually a triple changer. Whoopee! But anyways, to robot to Centaur is about 12 steps, but to Centaur to Griffin is 19 steps. So yeah, you can see the symbol right here in the bottom. But on this side of the packaging right here, you can see Onyx in his full beast mode right there. Nothing at the top, minus the name of it right here. Nothing at the bottom. And you can see the other side. You can see the half of the right there. You guys can see here's Onyx with Amalgamus, who's my favorite, and Quintus, who's actually my least favorite. And the back of the packaging right here is showing off everything right here. So robot to Centaur, 12 steps, and to Centaur to Griffin mode, 19 steps. So yeah, and he does come with a Prime artifact called the Tribunal Mask. I hope I said it right. And yeah, there's kind of been a little bit of a controversy on that one right there, because apparently this was originally his mask, but Hasbro decided to turn it into a spearhead. Yeah, we could talk about it later on. So before we actually do continue this, let me show you guys the accessories first. So Onyx comes with 3 accessories. One of the accessories is his tail for his beast mode, which, spoiler alert, can actually transform into a bow right here, which we could actually talk about that later on. But by the way, this one is cast in black plastic, while I'm looking at this one right here, it's actually cast in the same color like in the robot mode. So I think what Hasbro trying to do is trying to do this one in brown, but they use it in color black. Yeah, I don't know, it looks okay. It actually looks okay, I'm not gonna lie to you, but it has some nice details right there. Next is the handle piece right here for the triptych staff right here, or the triptych mask right here. It has 2 little tabs on it, and the mask itself, the triptych mask. Well, the triptych spearhead. Yeah, so Hasbro decided to reimagine the mask and turn it into a spearhead, which I know most people are confused about it. Even for me, I'm also confused about it. But take it with a grain of salt, and there you go. Which it has a nice detail of it right there, and closely zoom in the camera, you can see the symbol right here. So that's actually pretty cool. Let's bring in Onyx right here. And here we have Onyx in his beast mode. Okay, before we actually do continue on, let's actually start with plugging in the tail right here. there's a tab right there to go into this slot underneath right there. So lift this part up right here to connect it in like so. And just bring it all of it down, and there you go. You have Onyx in his full beast mode. Now, his beast mode is actually representing a griffin. Now, if you guys don't know what a griffin is a mythological creature that is a lot of body parts of an animal. And believe me, it's kind of crazy, to be honest with you. But if you guys don't know what an actual griffin look like, I would recommend to Google it very quick. But yeah, that's what Onyx Prime is actually representing. And I'm not gonna lie to you, he does look pretty cool, but also kind of a bit confusing. Like I said, this is weird. The paint that is got the detail on the robot and the beast mode is actually pretty cool. This shade of brown right here with this darker shade of it's like a chocolatey color right here, or I'm not sure what it is, with a little bit of gold accent right here, you guys can see. With, if I can move the wings out of the way, you can see it has like some bronze or copper. No, I think it's like a brownish color right here, because you can see there's one over here mixed with the silver and the mix with the gunmetal gray. This is actually pretty good looking beast mode. And trust me on this, it actually does look pretty cool. Unfortunately though, the beast mode is somewhat a little bit weak for my opinion, because this part right here, the front skirt piece of the robot mode doesn't have a way to actually peg it in. And that's actually how it is in the instructions, what it said. And to be honest with you, it's kind of dumb. Yes, there is some more legs right here, which is the hooves of the beast, which I'll show that later on. The instructions show off to have this mode first, then transform into the have like 2 more legs, and you got like 3-legged centaur, which is kind of crazy if you ask me. Hesco, on the other hand, does look pretty cool in beast mode, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I do like the details of it. It looks pretty fantastic. And it does have a open jaw right here, which is actually pretty cool. Which is actually go this far. Oh my god, that is a scary looking like that. The eyes are actually painted red, so that's actually pretty cool. And the articulation weight for beast mode is actually pretty nice. Head is on a ball joint, so it does go full 360 degrees right here. Can go up and down. Also, another issue is doesn't have a way to connect it. Well, there's a tab right there to go into that slot, but the connection on that is not that strong. So yeah, it's not that strong. But anyways, head can go 360 degrees, can go up and down. A little bit of side to side, so you can barely do any poses of it. And I could do a cute little pose right here. See? Cute. Now, this is the robot arms, by the way, but now it's actually the legs, so both of them can go 360 degrees right here. Can go in and out. Swivel right here, full 360 degrees. A bend right there at the knee, which is also part of the robot elbow. Swivel right here, it does go full 360, but the way to the design of the hands, it can go about this far, about that far. And of course, it's just the robot fingers, but it does go in and out. Which I will do the same articulation for the robot mode, so shut up. Shoulder pad can go up and down like that. The back legs right there can go back that far. Does go in and out. Thigh swivel right there. A bend at the knee right there. An ankle pivot, which is the robot legs, by the way, spoiler alert. So posability with this one right here is kind of a bit limited for the beast mode, which I know beast mode figures, beast former figures are kind of the weakest. And trust me on that. But throughout the future, we're getting like some good looks of it. Which also, by the way, I forgot to mention one thing. He is the original 13 members of the Primes, and he also known as the Lord of the Beast. And yeah, also forgot to mention one thing. The wings can open like that, can go up and down. By the way, so that's actually pretty nice. And he does actually have some weapon storage, by the way. Which, remember when I said this tab on the staff? Well, you can plug in the staff right here, and the triptych mask right up here. So there you got like somewhat of a weapon storage right there. Now, a lot of people complain about this figure, by the way, because most of the material they use is plastic, but some of the other parts are made of like a rubbery material. And I'm actually pretty worried that in the future it will probably get warped and messed up and probably crumble. Mostly the same thing on the wings, so that's I'm also kind of scared. So that's actually one problem, which I'm actually pretty scared if mine is gonna, you know, crumble into pieces. So we're not gonna transform him into the Centaur mode yet. Let's actually bring out the extra 2 legs right there, which to do so, I need to remove the accessories out of the way and move the wings about this up right here. So to do so is by detaching the 2 hooves right there, because if I can straighten out one of the hooves, there's a slider right there and this tab right there. And just go like this, fold it all the way like that. And it's actually secure nice as well. But anyways, let's actually bring this out. And trust me on this, you really need to do so. Oh, my body. Recording this while laying down is a pain in the ass. And I've been doing this for 12 years. Okay, so move all this out of the way of the extra legs, because you want to bring the arms, the front legs, which is the robot arms, facing like this. Both sides. Like so. Then you want to bring all of this out, twist it right here. This is on a double hinge, by the way, so you want to angle all of this right here like that. Now bring the arms like that, like so, because you actually do want to actually hang all of this. Oh my god, this is the most insanity. You want to twist the hands facing forward, by the way. Trying to angle the hooves right there. Yep. This is kind of a bit insane, to be honest with you, like, trust me. And trust me on this, the instructions also is a giant pain in the ass. And then I'm probably gonna doing everything wrong right there, but yeah. And there you have Onyx and his 6-leg mode. Yeah, his beast mode has actually had 2 forms, 4-legged and now 6-legged. But unfortunately though, the posing more of this in the beast mode actually hinder more of the front and the back legs. So the middle leg is kind of one of the issue right there. And trust me on that, most people are not happy about it. And I think I have to leave like this skirt like that. I know I have to leave it down, but yeah. But yeah, unfortunately though, the 6-legged Centaur mode is kind of a bit weak, so that's Griffin, not Centaur, sorry. This is kind of weak, I'm sorry about that. Now, I want to do the transformation to the robot mode first, but I want to save that for last, because I actually want to transform this figure into his Centaur mode, which is actually easy, fun to do so, and I actually do like it a lot. So, the first thing to do is by removing his tail. Now, you want to start by flipping the Healdsburg out like so. Next thing to do is bring the beast head up like that. And you want to have it like this. And you want to move the butt out of the way. Next thing to do is bring all of this up right here. Bring the front skirt right there. Don't forget to straighten out the legs. like so. Then you have to have like an angle like this on the centaur legs. Yeah, this is actually getting crazy, to be honest with you. I'm not even joking. Okay, so bring the arms down and bring them like that. And you want to do the same thing on the other side. So I'm trying to make sure I have everything, like, you know, angled perfectly well and actually straighten out, because by the look of it, what I'm thinking what I'm doing right now is actually crooked. Like, no joke. I think I'm gonna have to, like, straighten out the back legs a little bit more. Yeah, maybe I could straighten out a little bit back more right there. Nope. I think I'm doing it all wrong. Ah, shit. By the way, word of warning, some of the joints are loose as hell. So be very careful what you're doing. Okay, so this front part right here, which is the chest, is on a double hinge. So bring it, all of it right here, and then we'll connect it in. You bring the robot head right up here. And you just move the wings out of the way. And there you have Onyx in his Centaur mode. Yes, I know the transformation took a while, but yeah. So this is actually like I want to start out with this first before I actually go full on robot mode. And to be honest with you, the Centaur mode does look pretty okay. To be honest with you. Yeah, he does look a bit weird, to be honest with you, and I know it's not that much of it to say about it, but it's not that bad, I guess. I don't know, to be honest with you, but it's okay. Now, I know most people people's probably gonna ask me in the comment section why you don't have this like facing the actual robot head. Well, it's actually stored in there, but the instructions said to have it like this, and that's how it is. But if you actually want to have like open the mouth of this right here to expose the robot head, it's your choice. You can do whatever. Unfortunately, though, this exposed and it doesn't look great, to be honest with you, which is not that great. Which I understand what a lot of people are saying. I know the Centaur mode is not like a great mode for Onyx, and to be honest with you, I kind of agree with what most people were saying, but this is actually what it is, unfortunately. But the best thing about it is you have like a butterfly joint, which is absolutely pretty nice. Also, I forgot to detach the shoulder pad by accident. But you do have a little bit of butterfly joint, like only go that far, and that pretty much that it does not go back, which kind of sucks. I mean, it's not that bad on this. You do get like some good composability also. Like, I know I'm gonna do the same composability in the robot mode, so shut up. Head can go 360 degrees, can go look up that far, down that far, nothing side to side, which kind of sucks. You can move the wings out of the way, and plus you can extend it out like that. Duh. You can move the wings out of the way so you can have the arms forward through 360 degrees right here. Shoulder pad can go up and down like that. Arms can go in and out. Bicep swivel. It bend at the elbow right here. Now, like I said about the beast mode, it does go full 360, but the way the design of the thumb and the hand, it kind of sucks. Unfortunately, no waist swivel, because of course, Centaur mode, duh, but you will have some waist mode on the robot mode. Front skirt can go up and down. Legs can go forward, back that far, does go in and out, bend at both knees right there. And unfortunately, most of it is hindered down right there, but also ankle pivot, which I will do the rest of the articulation and robot mode. So yeah. And plus, you can still actually hold the weapons on him. So I'm going to connect the staff right there. Which also, I forgot to mention one thing. Fingers articulation. Yes, but unfortunately it's all together, not individual. Or the trigger finger with the 3D figure together. Like the More Than Meets the Eyes Onyx Prime. You can see right there. Which also, you can actually turn it into staff mode. To have it. If I can try to split the goddamn fucking tail. Like so. You can split the tail like that. And of course you gotta move the stuff out of the way. You actually want to connect this right here. There's a slot right there. And it's actually a nice secure part right there. And connect it right here to the hand. Which I think I may or may not know. Wait. Yeah, there's a tab hole right there on the fingers. Connect it here. And you can do a lot of posing with this. I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that. My dad just got back home. And the secure for this right here for the bow. Well, the hands does move a little bit, but it's actually nice and secure. And you can still try to do some great posability with this right here, which if I can try to do so, probably not. Yeah, I don't think I'm able to do so, but yeah. Now, since we already finished with the Centaur mode, now this is actually getting on with the rest of the transformation. The robot mode. So first things first is by removing the weapons out of the way. Next, the first off to start is by revealing the robot head. So, open all this out. Revealing his true face. Now, straighten out the legs like so. Straighten out on both legs. You guys can see. Now, this is going to be a cluster right here because trust me on this, is going to be crazy. Bring the whole body like so. If I can able to do so. Okay, so bring all of this down like so and bring the front skirt like that. Next thing to do, if you want to wrap the whole centaur legs around the whole body like so. You also want to move the shoulder, move this back like that. I forgot to mention. And like I said, you want to wrap all of this around. These tabs, like I said, will slide in to the hooves, like so, to cover up the whole, this component right there. You want to do the same thing on the other side. Move the wings out of the way also. Bring this out and wrap the whole thing around like so. And you also want to straighten out the legs, by the way. Just letting you guys know. Move the wings out of the way. Bring the butt down, the butt skirt down, and the beast head right back there. And make sure you act. I just fucking hit my elbow. Owie. That fucking hurts. Anyways. And there you have Onyx in his robot mode. Like his actual true robot mode. Now, for transforming to like the beast to robot is somewhat like a tiny bit complicated. But if you guys get the hang of it. So yeah. In his full robot mode, he does look pretty good. And I think he's a kind of a bit taller than Megatronus? I don't know. He is kind of somewhat a bit taller than Megatronus. I'm not sure about Leech Maximo though, so... Which unfortunately I have Leech Maximo in storage, and I think same thing with Megatronus, so yeah. Now, one of the issues with this figure I actually have is the kibble at the back, which I know a lot of Beast formers has the same issue with that. But that's how it is, unfortunately, so there's nothing else to do so. So, like I said, take it with a grain of salt. But he does have some nice detailing right there on the wings, the back of the wings right there. And you can see of it right there, it has like a bone looks of it, and does look pretty cool. And if I can actually extend the wing a bit more, you can see more of the details right there. And Hasbro did a great job adding a lot of details of this figure. And top notch on it, to be honest with you. Looks pretty nice. And the head sculpt, by the way, 4 eyes. I'm not even joking. 4 freaking eyes. And it's so badass. So, articulation is the same thing, but now you have more articulation for the legs and the waist. So, the head does go 360 degrees, but since you have these centered legs all wrapped in, he only can go left and right. Wings can go move that back that far. Arm does go 360 degrees. Unfortunately, though, you won't get any butterfly joint right there because of this security in. So you got that problem. The shoulder back can go about that far, but the arms can go in and out. So the bicep, 90-degree bend at the wrist right here. Same thing for the hands, finger articulation. But now this time, you have somewhat of a waist joint right here. Full 360 degrees, but you have to move the front skirt and the butt skirt right there. Which, by the way, legs can go forward, back that far, does go in and out. Thighs swivel right there. I bend the knee on both sides right here that you guys can see. And a nice angle pivot. So for robot mode, you do get option a bunch of grab tons of postability right there, which is absolutely nice. And here's the best thing about it. Because of this is the tail of the beast right there, there's actually weapon storage for this one. You just fold it in. And remember this tab right there, like I said about the beast mode right here. Down there, you can actually store that in, like so. And you can angle it down a little bit, like that. And there you have Onyx with his tail, which actually looks pretty cool. But you have 2 options if you want to have it in a bow and arrow, or like this. And remember the 2 tabs right there on that. Well, there's actually weapon storage on the robot mode. So you can storage like this or upside down. But for now, like that. Which I know it doesn't look great on him right here. But this is how it is, unfortunately. So yeah. And of course, you can still hold it into his robot mode. Just wrap the fingers around it right here. And there you go. By the way, I actually do have some bit of a quality issue in my copy, which the bottom part right there is loose. Both sides of it. So, word of warning to be careful with your copy in case you buy this figure. I am going to fix this with super glue around the area. But I will probably do a YouTube short on it, how to fix it, so yeah. Alright, I'm going to give him the final pose to give you guys my final results, so I'll be right back. I forgot to mention one thing before I do the final pose. You can move the head, the whole neck up and down like that, but that do part of the transformation, so... Sorry about that, I forgot to mention that part, so yeah, I'll be right back. Alright, so overall, if you guys want to get Onyx Prime, well, good luck with that, because finding this figure in the aftermarket, it is kind of a bit pricey. But if you can find it at your local toy store or your collector shop, I know the Time Warp Collectibles actually have one for about $75. So, yeah. Also forgot to mention one thing, the staff right there, it is made of a rubbery material, so be very careful with it. So, yeah. So be very careful all the other areas that have rubber on it. Just make sure not to break it for your sake. Also forgot to mention one thing. He does have like some nice fur detailing right down here. Even on the legs. So that's actually pretty nice right there. Alright, so I'm going to go in this right here for you guys. So have fun, stay safe, and I'm out.